going on YouTube? We're coming back at you with another Overwatch video. Today we're going to go over the choosing your main in Overwatch. For those new players or people who may not play a lot of MOBA type games or these type of games, is your main is pretty much the character you're going to play most often, because it does take a while to master characters in these kind of games. So it's kind of important to pick a few, at least in the beginning, to get used to until you kind of get a hold of the game, and then you'll obviously start building your repertoire of heroes you can use, expanding your reach a little bit. And I'm going to do an overarching video on the subject, but today the topic is going to be Roadhog. Roadhog is one of my favorite heroes to play in the game, as I've mentioned before, but he's also, if he's played well, he can be essential to a team up in certain matches and certain matchups. First off, if you're choosing to play Roadhog, you kind of got to realize he's got a certain play style. He does fall under the tank category in Overwatch, along with Reinhardt, Diva, Zarya, and Winston. My mind went blank a little there. But so he is considered a tank, but I don't think he fills the tank role quite the same as those other heroes. Reinhardt's got the shield, he blocks all the damage. Winston has his shield, he can jump in and out. Zarya has her shields that can absorb the damage and absorb damage for other players. And then you've got the Diva, who also has her, I'm not sure where that's considered, but her little projectile barrier. And I mean, her armor's been nerfed recently, but she's just a tankier character in general. While Roadhog has 600 hit points, he doesn't really have any way to, if he gets in the middle of a team, he's going to get melted. It doesn't matter if he pops his heal or not. So you've got to play him as a tank, but you also kind of have to play him as almost a ganker, is the way I would put it. And that's one of the reasons I like playing him so much, is his ability to interrupt the enemy team. If you get a good pick off on on a support hero or on one of their squishy DPS, it's just, they're dead. Unless they have something to save them like a Zarya, but they're still probably going to die if your team focuses them correctly. So Roadhog is a character that you're going to want to pick to main if you kind of want to be that person. You want to be the guy who interrupts the enemy team, who makes those plays, gets those hooks, makes those essential hooks to turn the tide of battle. He's definitely not somebody you're going to want to play if you just want to, at least in my opinion, if you're just going to charge in, run into the middle of the team, because he doesn't really have any movement options to get him out. So if you just run into the middle of a battle, you're going to die. Yeah, he has 600 hit points, but if you have a soldier on the other team popping off those headshots, or you have a tracer just sitting behind you while you're focusing somebody else and they're just blasting you, I mean, you're not going to take long to go down. Another thing I think that is important if you're deciding to main a Roadhog is you do need to be pretty knowledgeable of the map. I think it's very important to know, the different spots that you can go to hook from. You kind of have an idea of, where people may be hiding, how to get around the team. Because, like I said, he is a tank, but you're not really going to sit in the front of the enemy lines with him. If you're the only tank, yeah, you're going to kind of play that role, but his role to me is more of a ganker, more of a team disruptor, I guess. You guys know what I'm saying, though. But yeah, so, and then you're not going to really want to play him either if you want to be, if you want to be the guy that's just shelling out the damage. Yeah, Roadhog can do a lot of damage, especially if you're landing your hooks, but Roadhog's main point is to get those hooks. He's not just out there like a soldier sitting in the back. He's not a sniper sitting in the back just going for the headshots. He's not, a tracer that's zooming in and out of battle, like blasting people. So it's definitely all about the placement. So if you don't want to do that, then definitely I would stay away from Roadhog, in my opinion. Some people may disagree with that, which is fine. These are obviously just my opinions. Another thing that I think will encourage people, in terms of difficulty, Roadhog really isn't that difficult to learn. I mean, you throw a hook, you shoot, you punch. So if you're looking to play a tank hero starting off and you want someone who, I don't know, I'm trying to decide. In my opinion, he's a little easier to play. Yeah, you have to get used to the hook and all, but I think people like Reinhardt, Zarya are a little more difficult to play because you're kind of pushing your team certain directions. You're kind of leading your team with those heroes. When you're a Roadhog, you're not the tank that's kind of, leading the team into battle. Not everybody's sitting behind your Reinhardt shield. Not everybody's waiting for you to drop that ulti and slam the whole team and land a 5-man, ulti. And so I definitely think he's a good tank to start out with. If you want to start tanking, you want to get used to the feel of a tank, and the kind of like gank tank is what I call him. So yeah, so I think that's important to look at. But I mean, obviously, you're going to want to have multiple, and I'll talk about that in another video. You're going to want to have multiple mains. You're never going to want to stick with one main due to the ever-changing meta in the game. And due to each match being so different, you never know. Roadhog may not be the best pick. So if you're only a Roadhog player and then you need somebody else and you can't fill that role, your team's going to get dropped, right? But yeah, so I mean, hopefully that helps you guys out. It's something that I wish I had looked into a little more when I first started playing the game. I kind of played a new hero every game for a while, and I wasn't improving as much as I could, so I started focusing on a few heroes. I picked supports. That's normally what I play more, but I also picked 1 or 2 DPS that I could play decent if that's what my team needed me to do. So definitely you're going to want to look around. You're going to figure out which heroes you want, but hopefully this series is going to help everybody look at why I think you would want to main or not to main certain heroes. And of course, our first video was on Roadhog. Hopefully it helped you guys out. If you guys have any opinions, whether you think the video helped or not, let me know down below. If you think there's a better format to go about, definitely let me know down below too, guys. I always appreciate the feedback. Appreciate all the support you guys have given me. We're going to end the video here now, and hopefully this helped you guys out. Have a good one, guys.